What's going on, YouTube? Let's go over the trade that made me $2,500 today across my 5XFA, so 500 on each account. And I'm going to be live streaming 1 to 2 times a day, or 1 to 2 times a week, sorry. So go ahead and join. First live stream is this Friday. Do not miss it. I also give outlooks every single morning, active while I'm trading, and I give trade ideas. So it's completely free. There's literally no harm in joining, and I'm dropping so much free sauce. So make sure you guys go join below. So today was a really interesting day because I did end up taking a loss and a win. So it was a 1-to-1 day, 1 loss, 1 win, and I did end up coming out profitable. The loss I took was on this inverse, 4-minute inverse right here. And to be honest, guys, this was so stupid. I honestly, just after we had this like news candle and we created some SMT at the top, I got married to a bias. I wanted shorts so bad that I ended up taking, a 4-minute inverse when we were in a 1-hour fair value gap. I believe right here. Yeah, you could see right there. We were in a 1 hour. I think it was, I forgot if it was here, wherever it is. We were in a 1 hour. Yeah, right here. And this was just really stupid for many reasons because one, this is technically my model, like the whole idea played out on the 4-minute, but 2 problems with it that I've noticed that I do sometimes and I'm not going to be doing anymore is one, when we close below a gap and tend to rush up this quickly, which we did after we closed it, that's never a good sign. 2, I've noticed 4-minute inverses don't work that well. I usually like to stick to 1, 2, 3. I do take the 4 sometimes, but I've noticed they just haven't been hitting as well. And then 3, obviously being in a higher time frame imbalance. And I literally said, you can see in my outlook that I was bullish on the day. I had this as my buy side level actually marked out, which we just ended up tapping literally now. So I was right about that. You could go see in the outlook in my Discord channel. But yeah, this was just honestly a pretty shitty trade. Looking back on it now, obviously hindsight is always king. In the moment, I thought it was the right decision, but clearly it wasn't. But right after I lost it, I do like to stick to 1 trade a day, but I noticed we flipped narrative and we just had this really beautiful 3-minute inverse. And when I saw this with the news high, I was like, dude, this is definitely going to hit. So I ended up entering, caught a 1.5R. I'll be honest, guys, my plan was to hold to the data highs, 2R, I believe. Yeah. But I chickened out just because, you guys know better than anyone. When you're down on a trade, all you want to do is just make that money back. So I was actually happy that I was able to obviously get profit because I really wanted to go just for a 1-to-1 RR, but I knew that I had to come out with something, at least a winning day on the top step accounts, right? And the reason I took this trade is one, like I said, bouncing off the 1 hour, we were giving heavy wick reactions, right? We were wicking really hard. We also had beautiful SMT with ES right here. We had a news high, and then we had my model, obviously a 3-minute inverse. And as you could see, it literally ran all the way to the buy side level I had marked out. And hypothetically, if I never went break even and I just kept my position, I could have held what? All the way. That would have been like a 8R or something like that. Yeah, or 7R. That's just super unrealistic though. I don't hold past 2, maybe 2.5 usually. But I just thought that was really funny how I held this throughout the whole day. And yeah, that was about the trading day. We did have a lot of trades I missed out on. One being right here, I really wanted to take this long off of this gap. So let me just delete this. I really wanted to take longs off of this gap right when we closed above. I should have entered right here. But to be honest, guys, I really just wanted a sniper entry, and the fact that news was dropping, I wanted it to come hit the 50% mark, and then I was going to enter off the news candle and hopefully take it to the high, but it ended up just running straight, did not fill me. So that was pretty frustrating. Then I also had, I think this was actually a 2-minute. Let me check. Yeah, there's a 2-minute inverse right here that I got completely left out on. It did not fill me. So I had 2 trades that honestly, I could have entered this trade too. My stop loss was something like this. So hypothetically, if I wanted to, I could have gone like, still 1.5R with the news candle, whatever it is. But I really like to get better entries, based off the inverse fair value gap instead of kind of just waiting for, instead of just taking right away, I rather wait for the entry, right? That's really it for this trade. You guys know, if you watch my other videos, that I like to just take trades off of imbalances into an inverse with momentum and obviously SMT. That's literally like 3 key points of my model. So what we had today was the 1-hour gap tap. We had an inverse on the 3-minute, and we had SMT alongside obviously being bullish on the day, especially because that 4-minute just got so hard, like heavily ran through. And yeah, I think in my new trading rules, I'm going to be banning 4-minute inverses just because they seem to not work. And hypothetically, if I do take a 4-minute inverse, I ideally want to see it like close right here and immediately revisit it versus coming all the way down here. You know, I guess you could say it took out, did it take out any lows? Didn't really take out any lows, but it just, that speed and displacement back up. Honestly, when this candle formed, I was like, damn, this trade is probably cooked. I wanted to close out, but that's just not what I never close out of a trade early. That's one thing I've always been really good at because I'd rather lose than miss out on profits. That's always how I've been. But yeah, I think definitely going in the into the future, I'm not going to be taking 4 minutes at all. And if I do, it has to be a very, perfect particular reason. And just the fact that if you look at the 3-minute, we had 2 gaps right here. I hate taking any inverses with 2 gaps. And we all know the 4-minute isn't that common in a time frame. I only like to use it as the, PD rate bouncing off versus the inverse. And today I honestly just got itchy and I took it as an inverse and it didn't work out. And, you could clearly see I lost and I paid the price for that. But good thing I got my lick back and obviously did not get it fully. We should have held 2R, could have been up 5K, for the day, 1K on each account. But guys, I'm still learning. I'm still becoming a better trader. That's the beauty of trading, is you can always get better. You're always improving. And, I've gotten a lot of payouts this year, and yet still I feel like I'm not that good. And there's a lot of room for improvement and I can make way more money. So it just shows you that the possibilities are endless with this skill set. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you guys watching. Just stay the course. You guys are going to make it if you keep going. Like, there's no way you lose unless you quit. Join the free Discord, come say hi to me, join the streams, be active, watch out for the outlooks, the trade ideas, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys there.